Right, let's go to the US. We're 4 weeks now, kosher, until the election, so we're absolutely at the pointy end. It's interesting, ever since that vice presidential debate, there was a slim lead there for Kamala Harris. That's pretty much evaporating.
It is. The RCP average poll of polls right now has them in a statistical tie. Typically, the polls do tighten in this home stretch, but since this was such a truncated campaign, it's sort of, you've just seen a lot of ebbs and flows in her positioning, and it's only getting tighter and tighter. The other two metrics to think about is voter registration, which is very interesting because last time the Democrats had a $1.6 million advantage. That many more Democrats have been registered to vote nationwide, including in the swing states. That's been cut in half right now. So that would suggest an enthusiasm gain for Republicans, which favors Trump, and then just enthusiasm in general when you look at the rallies and crowd sizes and all of that. So I think the momentum is in Trump's favor, but I still stand by that point. This is going to be a squeaker and a very, very razor-thin election, including in all the swing states.
And it's those states it comes down to where they won't be romantic about a Californian woman running and all the other stuff that's pushed out of Hollywood to say, go and elect your first female president. They'll be absolutely home and hearth, won't they? They'll be about issues that affect their family, cost of living, all the stuff we're talking about here, Michael.
I'm afraid that there's a real difference between the two candidates, though, Trump and Harris, from an Australian point of view. And I have to say that I think Harris would be worse for foreign policy in this part of the world. And therefore, what American voters...
Explain why.
Well, because I don't think she's serious on China. I think Trump scares Beijing, which is a good thing. I mean, he may be crazy, but he's crazy on our side, so that's useful for a big continent in the middle of the Pacific like Australia. But for so few voters, the fate of the world is being decided, and Trump should be miles ahead. I agree with some of the Fox commentators this afternoon. I think he needs a second debate to pull ahead. He really stuffed up the last one on the border, on the economy, and talking about pussycats rather than 11 million immigrants across the border.